There was an ancient civilization that shocked the world and completely overturned the archaeology we know, where the older the soil layers, the more magnificent the ruins found. Göbekli Tepe, the oldest human ruin ever discovered, where the stone pillars may record the oldest creation mythology origins, the legends of the Anunnaki creating humans, and the places where Adam, Eve, God, and Satan walked. 1994. Turkey, a farmer named Mahmut was tilling his land. Suddenly, he discovered a very prominent large stone in the soil. He dug further and found that this stone was actually a large pillar, and he quickly reported it to the local museum. Later, German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt came to conduct archaeological excavations, eventually unearthing 45 T-shaped megaliths. Each pillar is 5 to 7 meters high with a top segment 3 meters long, and each complete stone weighs 20 to 50 tons. These megaliths form several circles, with the two tallest and largest pillars standing in the center of each. Carved on these pillars are various wild animal motifs, such as foxes, ducks, vultures, snakes, and more. The site, named Göbekli Tepe in Turkish, means potbelly hill, due to its rounded shape like a belly. Klaus concluded from radioactive testing of the hill's soil that Göbekli Tepe is about 12,000 years old, marking the beginning of the human Neolithic period. The Paleolithic era lasted from 2.5 million years ago to about 12,000 years ago, during which humans only made simple stone tools and lived in caves, whereas Neolithic humans produced complex stone tools including flint knives and pottery. 12,000 years ago is an unexpected result. It means Göbekli Tepe predates the pyramids by 7,000 years. That period is fascinating. According to Egyptian mythology, this time before the pyramids was when the sun god Ra, Anubis, Osiris, and other Egyptian gods walked the earth. Moreover, this stone circle predates the oldest known Sumerian civilization by 5,000 years. Therefore, deciphering Göbekli Tepe could unravel the origins of humanity and even the secrets of the gods. If we go back 12,000 years, the existence of Göbekli Tepe contradicts the known human history. No human remains have been found within Göbekli Tepe, nor any nearby human settlements, only animal bones. This suggests that humans brought food and traveled long distances to build the stone circle. If these people were nomadic Neolithic humans, why would they gather to construct a permanent structure? If they were to settle and develop agriculture, why were no villages formed around the area? Additionally, after Klaus Schmidt discovered 5 stone circles, archaeological teams scanned the hill with detectors and found at least 60 more stone circles buried within, suggesting about 20 layers of construction. Why did these Neolithic nomads return to Göbekli Tepe within 1,000 years to build more stone circles, bury them, and then leave, with no cities ever arising nearby? Initially, Klaus Schmidt thought it was an ancient tomb, but no human remains or tombs were found. Mainstream archaeologists define it as the oldest human temple, but this is also incorrect because temples are for worshiping gods, yet no worship artifacts or remains were found there. Why would a temple need to be buried after being built? We start from the city where Göbekli Tepe is located. Göbekli Tepe is located 12 kilometers northeast of Sanliurfa, also known as the City of Prophets, the birthplace of the biblical prophet Abraham. The plains southeast of Sanliurfa, called Haran, are all farmland. According to the Bible, Abraham, the common ancestor of the Israelis and Arabs, lived here before fleeing his homeland to Egypt. From the time of Abraham, going up 11 generations is Noah. Everyone knows the story of Noah and the ark. God sent a great flood to destroy the world and told Noah to build an ark. When the flood receded, it is believed that Noah's ark birthed somewhere around Sanliurfa. Noah and his son Shem disembarked and began to multiply here. 400 years later, the prophet Abraham was born in Sanliurfa. So the area around Göbekli Tepe is a place where biblical figures once walked. West of Göbekli Tepe is the source of the Euphrates River. In the book of Genesis, it is recorded that 4 rivers flowed from the Garden of Eden, one of which was the Euphrates. Therefore, somewhere west of Göbekli Tepe is the legendary birthplace of humanity, Eden. Adam, Eve, God, and Satan walked on this land. There is no place on earth more mysterious than Göbekli Tepe. Remember what I just said, Satan also walked on Eden. This is the key to unlocking the mysteries of Göbekli Tepe. Returning to Göbekli Tepe, the massive stone pillars are carved with many images of animals, among which snakes are the most common. Snakes have significant roles in human religion and history. As mentioned earlier, Satan, referred to as the old serpent in Eden, tricked Eve into eating the fruit of wisdom, leading to humanity being expelled from Eden by God. Satan indirectly gave people wisdom, that is, he indirectly created humanity. Moreover, have you noticed that hospital emergency services and the World Health Organization use a snake as their symbol? Why is the snake associated with saving lives? This symbol is thought to be the rod of Asclepius from Greek mythology. But while Greek mythology dates back 5,000 years, we are talking about a 12,000-year-old ruin. Why was the symbol of the snake already present at that time? In Sanliurfa, next to Göbekli Tepe, the city name was designated in 1994 as the glorious Urfa. Since 300 BC, it has been known as Urfa, but in more ancient biblical times it was called Orhe. Orhe was a king's name. He built Sanliurfa according to records. In Syrian chronicles, Orhe is called Orhe, son of Hewa, meaning son of the snake. From here, it can be surmised that Sanliurfa was once inhabited by the first generation of humans created by snakes, as depicted in these statues. More precisely, they resembled snakes. They were not human. At the beginning of the 20th century, a group of figures was unearthed in Tel al-Ubaid, Iraq, and is now housed in the British Museum. These 7,000-year-old serpent figures have snake-like heads but human limbs, and many people now refer to them as reptilian. In ancient times, humans called them gods. Hewa also is a pun. In the Hebrew Bible, it's called Hava as Eve. Hewa and Hava are very similar names, so in the Bible and ancient myths, women and snakes are subtly linked. The Chinese civilization knows of Fuxi and Nuwa, and the myth of Nuwa creating humanity. Nuwa's appearance and name might have come from this Hewa, so from a mythological perspective, there was a female serpent-like figure involved in the creation of humanity. After Göbekli Tepe was built, there was a 5,000 years historical blank, and suddenly the first civilization on Earth, the Sumerian civilization, appeared. In the Sumerian tablets mentioned, a female goddess named Ninhursag is a legendary Anunnaki who used clay to create humans. In the Barton cylinder housed in the Pennsylvania Museum in the USA, Ninhursag is described as a serpent-shaped Anunnaki. According to other Sumerian tablets and the lost book of Enki, it is inferred that a part of the Anunnaki came to Earth with their subordinate gods, the Igigi, responsible for constructing bases, mining, and other basic infrastructure. The Igigi gods worked for hundreds of years and became exhausted, leading to a rebellion against the Anunnaki. After quelling the rebellion, the Anunnaki wanted to create a new species capable of enduring hardship as a labor force. Initially, they experimented with animals like cattle, donkeys, sheep, and more, but were unsuccessful. Later, they used Anunnaki sperm in the bodies of primitive humans, resulting in giants. The The giants were violent, nearly destroying the world, so the Anunnaki annihilated them all. Later, they placed human sperm into the womb of Ninhursag, and the experiment was successful, producing highly intelligent humans, albeit much smaller in stature than the Anunnaki. What if Göbekli Tepe tells the story of serpent-shaped Anunnaki creating humanity? The main pillars of Göbekli Tepe have a line representing slender arms, with fingers appearing in front of the pillar. Thus, these massive pillars represent large Anunnaki with serpent heads and slender hands. According to the sculptures, their height was approximately 5 to 7 meters. This posture of hands clasped around the waist has appeared in mysterious statues around the world, such as the Moai statues of Easter Island, all left by the Anunnaki, or the Watchers as they are called. In the Book of Enoch, this mountain is where the 200 fallen angels gathered and swore an oath, Mount Hermon, also known as the Land of Darkness. 12,000 years ago, it was directly beneath a mysterious planet, and 200 angels descended from it and landed on Mount Hermon. In the Old Testament of the Bible, there is a passage believed to describe the leader of the fallen angels. The old serpent Satan said, "But you said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit on the Mount of Assembly in the remote parts of the north." This means in the deepest, darkest place in the north. There is a place called the Land of Darkness, Mount Hermon, and it is emphasized that he sits on the Mountain of Assembly. The Dead Sea Scrolls also contain a scroll called the Visions of Amram, which describes Amram encountering an angel, likening his face to that of a venomous snake. In 1965, in Silisik village, Adıyaman province, Turkey, a small T-shaped stone was found, also with a long head and slender hands and a human in front. Humans have always imitated this godlike appearance, such as in the Mbuti tribe in Africa, where tribe members elongate their heads to narrow their eyes, resembling the Anunnaki more closely. Archaeologists have also found many elongated skulls in Peru, and DNA testing has shown they are not human. We will have another quest on it. American scientists Martin Sweatman and Dimitrios Tsikritsis once came to Göbekli Tepe to investigate because circles in ancient Egypt represented the image of the sun god Ra. So they speculated that the circular arrangement of the pillars was related to the sun and used computers to create star maps. They discovered that the birds and scorpions on the pillars actually represent constellations, with the bird representing Cygnus and the scorpion representing Scorpius. 12,000 years ago, the placement of the pillars precisely aligned with the positions of the constellations in the sky at that time, making these pillars essentially an astronomical observatory recording specific dates. But why do these pillars record a specific date? This three-tailed symbol believes it represents the pattern of a meteorite. Since after a meteorite passes through Earth's atmosphere, it appears with three tails. These statues may be telling us that at a crucial moment in ancient times, when a massive meteorite shower struck the Earth, Martin and Dimitrios calculated the dates arranged on the pillar star maps, resulting in three time points: 4,350 BC, 10,950 BC, and 18,000 BC. They were shocked because in 10,950 BC, a significant event occurred on Earth known as the Younger Dryas. Astronomers speculate that in 10,950 BC, a small asteroid struck the North American continent, causing a large amount of melting glaciers to increase precipitation in the North Atlantic, which in turn affects circulation. North America was the first to experience cooling. In the following decades, the temperatures in North America and elsewhere underwent dramatic changes, thereby plunging the Earth into 1,200-year ice age. The Younger Dryas sea level rise is a historical event in early Earth history and could be the cause of the Great Flood mentioned in the Bible and the Sumerian clay tablet. Göbekli Tepe serves as a crucial window into the study of early human religious practices and social structures. The discovery of Göbekli Tepe challenges our understanding of the origins of humanity, early settlement, religion, and the development of civilization. How much more of ancient super-civilization has been forgotten by us? Feel free to leave your comments. If you like my video, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I see you in the next quest.